Welcome back to the channel. For those of you that don't know, my name's Joe, and today we're going to talk about before and after how healing has changed the way that I date. Now, you might have seen some other videos, but I've been on a healing journey for the last just over 3 months now, and it's completely changed my life. Really has changed my life, and I've just started dating again. And wow, the differences are absolutely incredible. So, before, what my dating would look like was I'm selective. Like I don't want to sound too big headed, but I can attract girls that are good looking, attract girls that from a good family, got good morals, all the other good stuff that we look for, all the other sort of like non-negotiables that pretty much everyone looks for. But what would tend to happen is just me being in their presence at the start would make me feel so fulfilled because I had a deep inner child wound that I hadn't healed. So just being in their presence, them just liking me, was making me feel so fulfilled that I wasn't really assessing them to make sure that they were going to be the right person for me long term. And a lot of that's because I didn't understand my own needs. And there's videos previous to this that you'll be able to see on that. Um, so yeah, that's what tends to happen. I will just go head over heels for them for the first 6 months. I'll get 6 months down the line. They're really into me, I'm really into them. Then we'd start getting a bit more serious. Maybe we moved in together, or we just, I don't know. Yeah, it was always moving in together, to be honest. Um, and then conflicts start coming up, disagreements start happening, which are perfectly normal. But then I would then feel very resentful because I wouldn't feel very fulfilled in the relationship because I've gone from giving this person everything and we're going on all these dates and seeing new people and the laugh, being intimate together. It's all great. It's all rosy. Now all of a sudden, we're spending a lot of time in the house because that's what you do, don't you? After the dust settles a little bit, you're not going on as many dates. I'm not feeling like they get me. I'm not feeling like they fulfill me. And of course they don't. If you don't know your own needs, you don't know your own love languages, your own needs in a relationship, you're unable to set boundaries. Of course, they don't know what to give you because you don't even know yourself. Um, so, yeah, but there's also the insecurities that come with, your childhood trauma. And that they will be playing havoc with you if you're anything like me, and they was. And what that tends to mean is there's times when you're triggered within yourself, and it's not really something they've done wrong. But instead of you soothing yourself and identifying what's triggered you and just being there for yourself and getting over it, you either lash out at them or you seek reassurance from them, and you like in a quite an emotional way. And that's just not healthy because ultimately it's your shit to deal with. It's your stuff that you should be taking ownership of. Obviously, there's times when you need to go to your partner and you need to talk to them about stuff, but particularly in the early stages, it's not that healthy to be doing that. So what I've actually seen now, so I've done the work, I've done so much inner child work that's been incredible. I say it's been incredible like it's a good thing. It's painful, I will not lie to you. It's really, really painful. But you need to go there. And I've brought up memories that I never knew I had. But once you've been there and you do go to a bit of a, I don't want to say a bad place, but a bit of a low place and you feel a bit lonely. But then it's only, the only way's up from there. And it's incredible, honestly. Once you start getting through the work, it's really, really powerful. It's been life changing for me. And now I'm going into dates. And so I'll give an example. I went on a date on Friday. It's now, what day are we on today? Tuesday. So yeah, no, Tuesday, Monday today. I went on a date on Friday and we had a really good time. It was flirtatious. We had a good, like, deep chat. All the stuff that you wanted from a first date. But it was very much like I was assessing them and they was assessing me and was getting to know each other, but we wasn't taking the fun off it at the same time. And because we had such a good day, I would have normally got home and I'd have been like trying to keep the connection going, feel the pressure to try and keep that connection going via text, phone calls, voice notes, all the rest of it. But I'm just not, because I know it's one day and, you know, I just want to see, I want to get to the next day and see if they continue or we continue, because it's just not that deep at this time, is it? It's really not that deep. And this is a huge change for me because I dated about 5 months ago and it was completely different. I went on a date and I fell head over heels for a girl on the first date. We communicated a lot before the date and after the date, which I would advise against, because I think it gives you a false sense of connection. It really does give you a false sense of connection, and you need to assess that person in person. And actually, just having a bit of time to be apart and not be like really connected so early on is a sign you're in a bit more of a healthier dating environment for sure. So it just feels so much more safer. I actually went away from the date, and we was actually joking about it because she was in a similar position to me. She's not done the healing work, but I was like, this must be what dating as an adult actually feels like. And I've got to 38 and I'm only just feeling like that. We went, had a really good chat, had a bit of a flirt on, we had a kiss. It had all the good marks of a good date, but it was all nice and secure, and we're just talking about when we're going to see each other next, and it wasn't like over the top, like we're madly in love with each other. I know it's not love, but like that lusty feeling you get at the start of a relationship. If you're in, I'd say I don't want to say everyone, but I'll say from my personal experience, that's because one or both of you have got something to heal. If you feel crazily connected to them after a very short space of time. And I'm only saying that from personal experience because I've done that my whole life basically. So yeah, it's been absolutely incredible. I would really encourage you all, if you struggled with dating, or mainly if you struggle with relationships, if you've had a lot of failed relationships, then go away and do the work. For you guys that don't know, I signed up with a coach. He's like a life coach therapist. I don't know what you quite call him, but I signed up with him for 4 months. I'm about 3.5 months through, and he's changed my life. His name's Dan Learn. His link's down below. If you want to fast track and just do it all with him, I would definitely recommend that's the best way to go. If you want to do it the cheaper way, sorry about that, that's my car. If you want to do it the cheaper way, I've documented everything I've done on this channel, and I've really not held anything back. Like, this is not me trying to sell you anything. I'm just trying to help other people because I've honestly had a life-changing experience from it. And it's just given me this urge to help others because it's changed my life so much. And there's nothing worse than that feeling of when you've had another failed relationship and the shame and everything else that comes from it. So yeah, Dan's links down below, hit them. Also, if you struggle to have male friends that you can talk about this sort of stuff with, there's a group down below, the Brotherhood of Depth. Is something I'm just starting up now. It's just going to be a community, totally free again, where we can talk about this sort of stuff. And also it's going to have all my meditations, breath work, journal prompts, all the other good stuff that healed me basically. I'm going to be sharing in this group, like I say, all for free. Go there. Please though, if you go there, just participate. Speak to some people, drop some stuff in. If you want to have an alias that isn't your own name because you've got some shame behind it, please do so. But let's just get together, talk about this sort of stuff. I think it's so powerful. And lastly, I'll ask you just to please do the good YouTube stuff, like, comment, share, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.